clearing the air. Hey, Martha. Just smudging away. Clearing the energy, bringing oxygen. To the nervous system. Palo Santo. Sage. Sweetgrass. So I invite you, as always, to come to a comfortable meditative position. However you choose to land is perfectly fine. Gather around you, if you like, any ancestor energy or energy from nature or things that inspire you, or just settle in to your body. In whatever way that feels comfortable. And so we'll take the next couple of minutes to land more and more into the present moment. And knowing that to land somewhere, it takes a little bit of traveling, right? So adjust your posture as necessary so that you're sitting nice and tall, or lying back comfortably, shoulder blades moving down the back, arms just falling away from the shoulders, from the trunk of the body, and let the legs release down into the earth from the very tops of the legs, that highest crease of the legs, just descending down into the earth. Chin floating, crown of the head, center of the crown of the head, center of the brain, right over the center of the bowl of the pelvis. So if you're lying back, have perhaps a little bit of a cushion right up to the shoulders so that your head is level, so that you're not tipping back or tipping forward. Find a place for your hands where they're comfortable, either on your knees with a little bit of a press down into your knees to help to lift and lengthen the trunk of the body. Or if you're lying back, you can have your arms at your side. However distance feels comfortable. They can be way out, or they can be tucked in, or you can even have your hands on your belly. And gradually coming to a place of stillness. And our meditation this evening will go till about 8:30, but the formal meditation will begin, and it'll be about 10 or 12 minutes, and it'll go till about 8:25. And I'll keep track of the time, so you don't have to worry about it. Let go of time. Let go of the sense of time. Be in a place before there was such a thing as time, before even once upon a time. And one of the ways it's helpful to let go of the time is to be fully present in the present moment. We know that time is basically just a relationship between the past and the future. So being in the now as best you can is a very freeing place to be. And it's a great thing to practice throughout the day. So everything that we practice and that we perhaps learn or glean from this meditation practice, I invite you to take it out into your day and practice it throughout the day. Maybe like 3 or 4 times a day, take a 3-minute breathing break. The first minute, paying attention to your body, where you are in space. We'll do it now. We'll take a 3-minute. I'll keep track of the time. Again, feeling where your feet are on the earth, where your hands are resting on your knees or on the earth. If you're lying down, feeling your shoulder blades rolling it down, moving down the back, and the bottom tips of the shoulder blades moving towards each other so that you're broadening the heart center and opening. Feel your sits bones on the earth or on your cushion. Lengthen up through the side body and the crown of the head so that the spine can flow freely and effortlessly through your body. And as best you can, maintaining that posture. And become aware of your breath. So you want to, as much as possible, in the meditation practice and throughout the day, breathe through your nose. At least breathing in through your nose. You can breathe out, you can exhale out through your mouth, especially for the first couple of rounds of breath and letting go of any tightness or tension. And breathe in about the same amount of time as you breathe out. So if you breathe in for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4. Breathing in for a count of 4. Breathing out for a count of 4. And stay present for the time and the space at the end of the in-breath and the end of the exhalation. And so now with a bare attention to the body and a bare attention to the breath and the sensation of the breath moving through the body, become aware of your thoughts. Become just what is arising in your heart mind without any narrative or without any judgment, just allowing whatever arises to arise, and as best you can, take care not to follow. Don't push it away, but just take care not to follow the thoughts. Acknowledge and then come back to just allowing whatever arises in your heart mind to arise. And that simply is a 3-minute breathing pause, 3-minute breathing break that I encourage you to practice 3, 4, 5 times in a day. And the time of the day is up to you. It can be any time. It doesn't have to be the same time every day. The teachings say that it is helpful to, when you establish a meditation practice where you're going to sit for 15 minutes or half an hour or 45 minutes or whatever, that it's helpful to do it at the same time of day and the same time in the morning. Twice a day is really optimal, my teachers say, and I can see the benefits morning and evening. In the morning you're fresh, your brain, your mind is fresh. In the evening we have the residual energy of the day and what's happened during the day. Maybe we're a little bit more sluggish, so our morning and evening meditations are different. But if possible, if you're going to establish a meditation practice, pick the time of a day. And also establish a personal space where you know that you can go to that is away from the hustle and bustle of your household. And maybe you'll have an altar set up with some of your crystals or your, carvings, your candles perhaps, or your pictures of your ancestors, your teachers. Have your cushions ready so that when you go to it, it becomes like a routine where you just sit and then you know it's time to start settling into your body and your breath. And then you can choose a meditation practice. So tonight's practice, we'll often do like just a anapanasati, awareness of breath. And so tonight's practice, we're going to do a mantra again. And we're going to, when I ring the bell, we're going to move into a mantra practice, chanting Om Tari Tam Sohas. Om Tari Tam Sohas. O illustrious Tara, I am aware of you. And you can visualize a spinning wheel at the heart center with the word and the vibration Tam, 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 spinning, and rainbow energy coming from that spinning. So if it's helpful to have a visualization to go along with the mantra. And it's a red Tara mantra, and the red Tara mantra is for the well-being of all beings. And she is the female bodhisattva in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, the feminine aspect of compassion. And she's the mother of all Buddhas. And she's the goddess. The goddess Tara protects the welfare of all sentient beings, and those that are devoted to her are especially lucky. So, when I ring the bell, you can flash on the rainbow light emanating from the heart center and from the throat, and pick up the mantra Om Tari Tam Sohas. And again, I'll keep track of the time. We'll go for about 12 minutes. Om Tari Tam Sohas. You can say it out loud, or you can chant it silently. When you breathe in, I just start Om Tare Tam Sohas, and as I breathe out, sensing the vibration that is raised from the chant, even without speaking it out loud. Om Tare Tam Sohas. Holding your posture, adjusting as necessary. Eyes very lightly closed. Or you can keep your eyes open just a tiny little bit, a sliver, with a steady gaze. Even though your inner gaze is looking back to the base of the skull and reflecting into the heart center. Where that disc is spinning, 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 sending out rainbow, radiant light. Om Tare Tam Sohas. Om Tare Tam Sohas. Om Tare Tam Sohas. O illustrious Tara, remove my obstacles and blocks and grant me my highest aspirations. Om Tare Tam Sohas. O illustrious Tara, remove my obstacles and blocks and grant me my highest aspirations. Om Tare Tam Sohas. And the red Tara, her garments are made of exquisite silk and draped perfectly in graceful folds. She wears wish-fulfilling jewels and splendid ornaments, as well as a garland of lotus flowers. Half of her hair is in a knot at the crown of her head, and half flows down her back. She sits in the posture of royal ease on a sun disk resting on a red lotus. A full moon appears behind her. Her glorious rainbow light radiance fills an infinite sphere. And on a red lotus with a sun disk in her heart, the seed syllable Tam is encircled by the mantra mala. And as the mantra is recited, the mantra mala begins to revolve. And radiating light from the mala forms an offering to the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, returned as wisdom blessings, and the light is reabsorbed. The light radiates again to the beings of the 6 realms, dissolving all suffering and transforming everything into the pure phenomena of Tara's pure land. Om Tare Tam Sohas. Om Tare Tam Sohas. O illustrious Tara, remove my obstacles and blocks and grant me my highest aspirations. When you have completed the mantra repetition, Tara's form dissolves into the natural sphere of emptiness. And invite your mind to rest in this natural awareness for a few moments. And when you're ready to come back to normal waking consciousness, take your time. But when you're ready to move forward into your evening, maintain your posture, but allow your in-breaths to be a little bit deeper and your out-breaths to be a little bit longer. And keeping your eyes very gently closed if you like, or again, you can open them with just a little sliver of a light coming through with a steady, soft gaze. If you're seated, that steady gaze is about 6 feet in front of you. If you're lying down, just, down the bridge of your nose. And when you feel ready, you can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Feel, once again, the breath going through the whole body. If you like, you can take your arms up over your head. Or again, just guiding you. If you're lying down, you can bend your knees, bring your feet about hip width apart, and invite your knees to rest on each other before you roll to the side and come up to a comfortable seated position. I like to take a side stretch, a little back bend, a little forward bend, and a little twist. And then make my way back to center, stillness, holding for a few moments if you can, and keeping with the Tara energy. I'm going to read the dedication. See if I can. And the dedication and the merit of this practice. For a closing this evening. So throughout my many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue I have accomplished, including the merit generated by this practice and all that I will ever attain, this I offer for the welfare of all sentient beings. May sickness, war, famine, and suffering be decreased for every being, while their wisdom and compassion increase in this and every future life. May I clearly perceive all experiences to be insubstantial as the dream fabric of the night, and instantly awaken to perceive the pure wisdom display in the arising of every phenomenon. May I quickly attain enlightenment in order to work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. Many traditions will say that you are already enlightened. It's just clouded by our hold on this world, and by our attachments and our desires and our aversions. And if we let go of the aversions and the attachments and the desires and wanting things to be different, our true nature is loving kindness, compassion, equanimity, and joy. So please, if you like, you can stay in your meditative space or move forward in your evening and just perhaps making a note of any shifts that occurred. Maybe, maybe not. What kind of shifts? And maybe even it just means that there's some unclarity, but maybe there's more of a sense of clarity, more of a sense of focus, heart rate down, reticular action, the action of the eyes, the energy of the eyes, slow down, pulse. Maybe. With practice, all of these benefits become, I would just say, like, more attainable. Although on some days, from day to day, everything changes. Some days it's harder to relax and kind of calm the breath enough to quiet the mind. Other days the mind is real busy. Some days it's sluggish. But practice, 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 and all is coming, I promise. So I'll close with the prayer that I always close with. If you are knowing, you can join. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Pranamaduchite Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamavevavashishite. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Namaste. Aloha, peace be with you. Peace in your heart, peace in your home, peace in your community, and peace in the multiverse. Thank you, as always, for joining me either in this time, which I very much appreciate, or any time in the future as these meditations are on my page for people to visit on their own time, and feel free to share and to like. And I'll see you again tomorrow night. Remember, you're doing a great job. You're doing a really good job. Aloha.